Vaginas can just keep going and 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 going. It's like the Easter Bunny or the Energizer Bunny.
Of course, everybody's experiences are different. We're just speaking off of our personal experiences, which I'm sure are also different.
I think whoever's just like bold enough to do so, right?
I've made the first move in relationships with men and with women all the time.
I never make the first move.
Really?
Never.
Yeah, but that's because you're a Virgo. You're
I am not a Virgo, I'm a Libra.
So sorry.
I don't know what the bases are in a straight relationship.
For straight people, it's making out, fingers, mouths.
Sex. Mouths. Oh, oral.
First is finding out that they're actually queer and getting excited about it. That's step one, because you never know.
I did see a funny meme out there that said for queer people, the bases are, first base is sex, second base is talking about each other's traumas, and third base is crying together.
And fourth is moving in.
Moving in, yeah.
First base, kissing.
Second base, making out. Third base, fingers. Home is...
Orgasming.
Isn't sex just penetration in general?
Yeah, so it could be digital penetration. Oh. Who started saying the word digital? Like, these are your fucking digits.
Oh, that's what this means? I thought you were meaning like...
Were you about to say computers?
I've never heard of digital penetration. Never.
I think oral sex is the same, is sex.
Sex, whether it be oral or anything else, is going to be more so that comes with the feeling and the emotion behind it instead of what's physically going on.
And like, how do we define sex? A penis going into a vagina?
Yeah.
Like, that's so 2010.
I think a lot of women in straight relationships probably don't orgasm as much as they could, and it's because they don't maybe consider oral sex to be sex.
What most people don't understand about the clit is it isn't just one spot. There are nerves that run all throughout the areas of the genital area. So like your thighs can have the same experience of pleasure if the nerves are running through them as the clit does.
I would say like the majority, myself included and my friends, probably only can have orgasms from the clit area, like a more external based orgasm, non-internal.
Some people don't like the clit to be
Yeah.
overstimulated.
Yeah.
Some people prefer not to have it touched at all.
Yeah.
It's totally different depending on what the person likes, and which is
Yeah.
why communication is important.
100%.
Man, those people who can have it from penetration, wow. Like that seems really fun. That seems cool.
I feel like they would be a bit of magicians in ways. They're magic.
And it depends on what you want. For some people, that's gonna be penetration. Some people are gonna be like, around with that clit.
Around with that clit, she said. I just did this on Hannah Hart's video.
You scissored? I think I just peed myself. What did you do?
We talked about scissoring.
Oh.
People do all kinds of things. Like, it's not like my preference, to be honest. Have I tried it? Yeah. I feel like when you're having sex with someone, you're just like throwing yourself all over them.
I've heard a lot of people actually tell me that, like, no, it's not a thing, blah, blah, blah.
A new movie came out called Booksmart.
Saw it.
Where they talk about the queer girl says scissoring isn't a thing. And I want to be like, why are we telling the youth that scissoring is not a thing?
I think it's fun to throw in there.
People think of two pairs of metal scissors like,
No, they think of two legs going in like this. Like, it's more so like this, where
that's
one
what you see on porn.
where one person's like this and one person's riding, and they're
And
like.
they only do that for porn because it's more visually stimulating, usually for the men. You can do the grinding thing, that's scissoring to me.
Yeah.
But it's not the end all be all, and it's not the number one thing
It's not
to
like
do.
what people, that's not, if you're trying to imagine like women having sex with each other, don't imagine scissoring.
So it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, things are gonna be tasting differently, of course.
You're not gonna die
Yeah.
unless you drown in blood.
Yeah,
which is
you're not going to drown in blood.
To answer the question, it is safe. Safety is not the concern. For me, the concern is a mess.
Just have a towel around.
The
Wipe your
main
face after
the
you eat.
main point to this question is put a towel down. I wouldn't know. I haven't had it.
Should I talk about strap-on sex? Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
Well, everyone can do everything.
Yeah.
It can be, there's some positions that I think are more pleasurable for certain people. I don't think it has anything to do with their gender orientation.
if you're practicing or engaging in strap-on sex, then there is a chance that you will be kind of mimicking some similar positions that maybe a cis male and female will be doing. But there's also so many more things you can do.
It's going to be different from literally any sex depending on the person you're with. That's the thing, because you could be having hetero sex and maybe that person isn't gonna want to do the normal heterosexual things.
Humans have probably tried every which way, but like there's only so many ways you can like configure bodies together. So like probably more similar than different.
Just don't think that limited in sex in general.
Thank you, Jasmine. Wouldn't I say?
Yeah, it really depends on your stamina, to be honest.
I used to think it ended when both parties would climax, but I've done some reading and I've done some like growing, and I think it's actually, it's okay to just like have like that intimate connection and roll around for a little bit, and then it's okay if neither party climaxes.
That happens
So
too.
have that connection.
So fun.
Whatever satisfied is for you,
Yeah.
that's when you can be done, as long as both parties feel good and feel comfortable about what just happened.
But what if one party's like, I didn't finish?
I don't talk to people like that, so.
For you.
Ew.
There is no man. That's the point of being in a queer relationship.
I'm currently dating somebody who's non-binary. We don't need those labels.
Yeah, it's how you identify.
Yeah.
Let's all be switch hitters, am I right? Come on.
I like that pegging is kind of coming into the conversation too. Pegging with straight couples, like where the woman will penetrate.
Oh, good for you guys.
Yeah,
That's cute.
I think you
I
should
love
own
that.
it. Just
Yeah.
like, own it.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
100%.
It doesn't matter who you're dating, you have to have an open and honest conversation straight out the gate.
It took me a long time to be comfortable with just saying like, hey, we should talk about this before we do anything that can. But even like kissing, you can get oral herpes.
Herpes, man. You have it on your lip. You go down on someone, they get it down there.
Get tested, just like for yourself too.
Be open to exploring your own preferences and not being ashamed of what you like.
Find a safe space to talk about these things, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Don't be assuming stuff. Like, just ask.
Because you know what they say about assuming.
Just ask.
Just ask.